everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and this is Time and Tenderness, and welcome to my tiny little corner on the internet where I post videos about homemaking, cooking, cleaning, and just general life skills, and the occasional video about what it's like being a birth doula. In case you're new here, I am running a special challenge for the month of November 2019, and it is the Bake-ful November challenge. So today I'm going to be baking for you, and it is week 2 of this baking challenge, and it is bread week. Last week was cookie week. You can check out that cookie video, but this week is bread week, and I also have a ton of people who are participating in this monthly baking challenge. So if you are participating, let me know in the comments down below, and I thank you so very much for joining me. But today I'm just going to be making a simple loaf of whole wheat bread. So join me as I go ahead and start baking some bread. Alright guys, so first things first, let's get out all of our supplies just to make sure that we have everything, that we're not forgetting anything. And the first step is to bloom your yeast. So I took a pack of active dry yeast and a half a teaspoon. I added it to a cup of warm water straight from the tap, and I am also going to be adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. Yeast loves sugar, so this is really going to activate the yeast and help with the rising process of the dough. And then you're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes just to fully activate the yeast. You'll know the yeast is ready right when everything starts getting really boily. Like, it's going to look bubbly at the top when you'll know what I mean in just a moment. So while the yeast was blooming, I decided to measure out my dried ingredients, which was 3 cups of flour, and then I will be adding salt at a later point. So right here you can see me adding the flour. Now for this recipe, I specifically chose to use bread flour. I am, after all, making bread, so that is why I chose to use bread flour over all-purpose flour. Now I will be adding my salt, and then as soon as I'm done adding the salt, it is always really important to whisk together your ingredients. That way things aren't clumpy and that everything is really well incorporated together. Now to my KitchenAid stand mixer, I am adding the yeast and water mixture, a 1/4 cup or 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I am using my dough hook here. This is very important. We are making dough after all. So I am very slowly adding the flour to the water and oil mixture, and just very slowly doing that as the dough forms. Now you'll see me kind of screw up a little bit as the dough thickened. My bowl got loose and then I kind of frantically had to get it back together there. But don't mind me, make sure your bowl is on tight, just like there again. And yeah, just get that dough formed. It is going to form pretty quickly. You want to knead it at this stage for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then it'll get to this stage right here, as you can see. That's how you know it's done. And you're going to be putting it into a clean bowl because now we want that dough to rise. Now it has gotten cold here in Maryland, so we are running our wood burning stove, so it is dry in our house. So I am covering the dough with a damp paper towel followed with a dish towel, and now I am going to be allowing the dough to rise for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, or until it has doubled in volume. Now, something I've been really wanting to instill in you guys here is the importance of cleaning as you go. This was something that was really instilled in me by my mother, and cleaning as you go, it just is a game changer, because then at the end of your project, whatever you're cooking, you don't have that much cleaning. So while the dough is rising, I chose to clean up. And now after 1.5 hours, you can see how much the dough rose. It is nice and bubbly and soft and floofy. So now I am just beating it down, kneading it a little bit, adding a little bit of flour because it is very sticky, and I want to form it into a loaf shape. So here I am forming it into the shape that I want it, because I am going to be putting it into an oiled loaf pan because we are now going to allow it to rise one more time. So once again, with my damp paper towel, I will be putting on top of the pan, followed with the dish towel, and then we are going to let this rise one more time for 1 hour. Now, after an hour, here is the finished rising product. I am so proud of it. It looks so perfect. It's soft, it's fluffy, it's great. And now we are going to be putting this into the oven at 350 degrees for 25 to 35 minutes, depending on your oven. Mine had to go for about 35 minutes, and once it was done, it was perfect. I was so excited. Here I am holding it. It's hot. I burned myself. Don't do that. So there it is, and I am just so excited. So here we go. We're going to be slicing the bread. Just remember, guys, the purpose of Bake-ful November is to share your baked goods for bread week this week. I am really encouraging you guys to share the bread amongst a good family meal. So I'm kind of cheating here because I hadn't started dinner yet. So I am actually having a snack before dinner with this bread, but it was so good. What I really liked about this recipe was how simple it was. It is the perfect beginner's bread recipe. So if you've never baked bread before, try this recipe, and it goes great with some salted butter. I love Kerrygold's Irish butter. It's the best butter, hands down. And here I am. As I said, the purpose of Bake-ful November is to share your baked goods. So here I am bringing it to my husband, and Layla is currently trying to steal it. And he's so excited. Layla clearly is very excited. She's excited about pretty much everything. But here we are. Jack needs to get Layla out of his face. She's being a very bad girl here. So I just decided to intervene a little bit and give her a gentle nudge off the couch before she took my husband's piece of bread. And as you can see, he is loving it. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, and please check out all the other creators participating in Bake-ful November. I'll see you next time.